1 in 2 Americans is being affected by this really cold, wintry weather in the United States. And whether you're part of that 1 or 2, you're bound to be affected either by your Amazon delivery delays or even vaccine delivery delays. So what's going on with the weather in the United States has wide impact, a lot of ripple effects. And I'm in the state of Texas, and there's been a lot of conversation about how hard hit Texas is from this wintry weather because it's something that we just don't see here. I've lived through blizzards in the Northeast. I haven't really seen anything like this, like we've seen in the last several days. And that is in part because of the ice. It's not just about snow and cold weather. It's about the ice and about a community that's not really set up for it. So I have my intrepid reporter outside, and we're going to go outside. I'm going to show you what's going on out there. Then we're going to get to a little bit of the news. But I thought this could show. Oh wait, here. Hold on. He's not prepared. He can't go outside. Okay, True.
Mama.
Thank you. Thank you. Leif, can you grab True? Here, hold on, so you can see what's going on here. Let me turn the camera around. Hold on. Here we go.
Mama.
Hold on. Mama. Okay. Here we go. Trace, are you ready for your exclusive reporting? Okay, take the tape measure. Go out there. Show them how deep it is. You got to put it in there. Okay. Okay, you're good. Come a little closer. They're not going to be able to see. No, closer. Come back. It's hard to work with talent sometimes, you guys. Okay, wait, turn the tape measure. Okay. I don't know. All right. Trace, how deep is it? What number does it go to? Number three. So we're thinking we got about 3 inches of snow here. This is actually what happened overnight. And like you can see in many areas in the Northeast, you might be thinking, well, this is no big deal. Go get some ice, get your shovels out and shovel yourself out. The problem is in Texas is that we don't have that. You know, we went down to Home Depot. There's no ice. There's no salt. You can't salt your driveway, the roads. There's no snow plows. You don't have big shovels. Trace, it's about 7 degrees out here. I don't have a jacket on. How are you feeling? Good. You're feeling good and warm. Okay, don't stay out here too long. Mama's going to go finish her report. So this is why, you know, when you're seeing these automobile accidents, you're hearing about flight delays, and you're sort of wondering, well, wait a minute. I mean, come on. You want to come inside? I know we don't even have a mat for our boots. So we are just not prepared for this, and that's why. Uh-oh, he's getting in trouble. See, we're not ready. We don't know how to live in this weather. So I'm gonna let Dad handle that. Yeah? Okay, good. Let's have coffee. Let's talk a little bit more about this. So this is why, you know, we're seeing some of those tragic car accidents. We're hearing about concerns about electric outages. Just the whole community here in Texas is just not set up for this. And this is why we're having so many ripple impacts. It's going to be a hard day because with the wind chill, what it is, even though it doesn't seem that windy outside, the likelihood is the kids really can't get outside much. There you go, right? This is what we're all dealing with. So thanks for this break for having coffee. So 1 in 2 Americans I mentioned being impacted by this, that's important. We are seeing delays, FedEx delays, UPS delays, flight delays. There are some concerns about vaccine distribution as well in certain areas, not everywhere, but remember the vaccine distribution has to be shipped and needs flights at times, right? So this is why this is not just about a weather story. This is a story that's going to impact us for the next several days. The second thing I want to talk to you about is just a review of what happened with the impeachment trial over the weekend, in case you checked out, which hopefully you did, got some break with your family. The impeachment trial came to a conclusion sort of abruptly, unexpectedly, and now former President Trump is acquitted of the article of impeachment against him. But there's a new conversation that has already developed over the last 24 hours, and that's about creating some sort of bipartisan congressional inquiry like the 9/11 Commission. The 9/11 Commission was created after the terror attacks to do an investigation of what happened leading up to those attacks and get an understanding of what was missed, for example, what warning signs were missed. You know, hundreds of interviews were done. There were public hearings for weeks. The report spanned several years, and eventually the report was given as a matter of public record. There are Republicans, including supporters of former President Trump, that are calling for this to happen. So why does this matter to you? It means that we're going to be continuing to talk about this potentially. The Capitol Hill riots, the political fallout from it, not just for the immediate future, but could be for much longer, depending on what they decide to do, which could take congressional action, bipartisan congressional action. So just a story to be aware of. One of the things we talked about this weekend is there's a big question about what's next. What's next for the political environment in America? Much of the last several years was defined by former President Trump, meaning, the Democrat Party was able to define themselves by their opposition to former President Trump. The Republican Party had to negotiate their positions with former President Trump. Now that the impeachment trial is over, how will both parties go forward? What policies will they prioritize? What will that actually look like if that is what's driving the conversation and not a conversation about the past? It's a big question, and it's one of the stories I'm looking at this week, which includes what's going on with the Republican Party right now. There are those that want to create a centrist Republican Party. There are those that would like to split for a more conservative or pro-Trump Republican Party, and we're seeing that in different areas around the country. So what would that do to the political landscape? It's something I'm curious about, I'm looking into. All right, today, many of us are celebrating President's Day. Maybe on your school calendars, it's President's Day. That's not the official holiday, though. There's no federal holiday that's President's Day. It's actually George Washington's birthday. And every year in the Senate, what do? They read President Washington's farewell address. It's a tradition that's taken place for years. They'll continue it today. As expected, I was looking to see who will be the senator to do the reading. There's a public record of that, but I haven't seen that senator announced yet. Maybe I just wasn't able to find it this morning, but that'll take place. What's interesting tying this conversation together is what was President Washington most concerned about with his farewell address? It was several things, but political parties was number one. One of the number one things he was very concerned about for the country because he didn't belong to a political party, President Washington. Here's part of his farewell address. Political parties. It agitates the community with ill-founded jealousies and false alarms, kindles the animosity of one part against another, foments occasionally riot and insurrection. President Washington, 1796. So reflect on that, right? What was President Washington? What did he think about as he ended his 2 terms as president? One of the things he was thinking about was political parties. What do we talk most about in the news? Political parties. What does that all mean? I don't know. I'll leave it to you. My most fun fact about President Washington, though, is that he liked shopping for shoes for Martha from abroad. True story. It's on our website today. So check that out. It might just be good, ammunition for future conversations about gift giving in your household. President Washington did it, I'm about equipping you with information, okay? All right, guys, let me know what stories you'd like to hear most about. We're going to be looking at COVID-19. We're going to be looking at the politics in America. We're going to be watching the weather. We got a couple other really fun stories that we're also going to be watching for you. And this is a really important week for Smarter News. We're celebrating 3 years. 3 years of Smarter News. So thanks for being a part of that. All right, guys. I'm going to work on my correspondence. I see a herd of deer moving towards me at this time. It's Texas. And we'll keep you posted on the weather here. We're lucky. We have electricity. Not everyone does. So stay safe, stay warm. And we'll be right here on smarternews.com. Have a great day, guys.